I got involved in climbing because I wanted to find actually some sense of community or people doing things that I thought were interesting. So I went to Miami University, and once I was there, I didn't like it very much. And I needed to find something I liked doing. And I had gone kayaking once before. I thought, oh, they have an outdoor rec program. I'm going to sign up for one of these. And the only class available was a climbing trip, so I went on it. And then it turned out that I liked climbing a lot better than kayaking. It's very rare to drown while rock climbing. I built the dojo because it was a good use of that space and allowed me to introduce my kids to rock climbing. It also makes a good training resource for climbing.
In. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, twist this way. Yeah, like that. Does that work? So, anyways, cool. It's a problem with just his holes. But Sid, you should do this sometime. It's good for you. It builds character.
My whole sort of life when I was between the ages of 7 and probably 11 was climbing. It was like I would be up there every single time there would be a dojo night. I'd be at Beta Fish all the time. I started to bring my friends into climbing. And then I started to get hurt a lot, and I started to use that as an excuse, like, oh, now I can't go climbing. And I guess I just sort of fell out of love with it. I just didn't have that passion for it. I didn't really feel it anymore, and I don't know if that's going to come back. I really like spending time with my dad, but climbing isn't the sport that my whole life revolves around anymore. Dance has always held that for me, even when I was really little. I always would consider myself a dancer before I would consider myself a climber, so I do not really climb very much anymore because I spend too much time in school or dancing or skating.
And dance really depends on whether other people like your dance. Obviously, you have to be good at dancing, right? But there is, I think, more of a political interpersonal aspect of it, which is out of your control. You can set your goals and work towards a certain dance routine, but people say, oh, it wasn't as good as we wanted, so you don't get the part or you don't get to be involved in this performance. If you set your goals in climbing and you accomplish them, then you can be happy about that and no one can say it wasn't good enough. I mean, they have to do the things that are relevant in their lives, right? And so if climbing isn't relevant, then obviously they're kind of move away from it.
My dad is a really, really good teacher. Like, that's something that is like, I don't think anybody could try to disagree with me on that.
Got? You say got.
Got?
Good. Down, please. Cool. Oh my goodness, I want to stop. Oh, I want to stop. Oh, thank you. I was so worried. Okay. All right, down, please.
The way he taught me climbing was very much not focused on just do the route, just do it correctly. It was more like figure out and discover new ways to do this, which is a really good life lesson that I've taken with me through things like school and dancing and skating and friendship stuff and just like lots of things that my dad has taught me that were originally about climbing have morphed into life lessons and important skills that I can possess in almost anything that I do. The reason that I would get back into it, if I would probably be for my dad and to spend time with him and do something that he loves to do and that he is really proud of. So I'd say that building this was a really good part of being with my dad. I really love hanging out with my dad and doing things with my dad. So I feel like the fact that we were doing something for me and not doing something for like just for the sake of it, it wasn't like a hike. It was like something that was bringing us together as a family. And something that's so incredible about my dad that I feel like a lot of people don't have is just his love for seeing people do what they like to do and seeing his like how happy he gets when he sees someone do what they love to do. His eyes just light up. It's like someone lit a match inside of him, and I just don't see that with other people. And I feel like other people should do more of that. And the world would probably be a better place and less judgmental and hateful if we were all just a little bit more like my dad.
Okay, there we go.